Put a finger down if when you were a sophomore in high school, your anatomy teacher ended class by saying, "Tomorrow we'll be watching a live birth video." That night, you thought about your teacher's announcement way more than expected and wondered if you would faint or throw up. The next day came and you decided not to eat lunch before class, just in case. You walked into class and were surrounded by the nervous chatter of your classmates. Suddenly, the lights were turned off and the video came on. You witnessed a human entering the world in all its raw and graphic detail. The video ended and your teacher turned the lights on with just a few minutes until your next class. No discussion of contraception, no talk about sexually transmitted infections, and no banana condom demonstration. Then the bell rang and you went to your next class as normal, realizing that many topics regarding your sexual and reproductive health had been untouched. All you knew was that getting pregnant now seemed terrifying. As time passed and you grew older, you began to become curious about the various sexual health topics and found that you were not alone in your high school experience. Other teens also felt unfulfilled by their school sex education curriculum. To add some stats, the CDC found that many individuals report that their sex education did not adequately prepare them for various aspects of sexual health, with one survey indicating that 90% of Americans felt unprepared by their sex education. Planned Parenthood reported that fewer than half of high schools and less than a fifth of middle schools teach all 20 topics recommended by the CDC as essential components of sex education, with topics ranging from puberty and sexual development, healthy relationships, consent, and HIV and sexually transmitted infections, transmission, and prevention. Overall, I've become aware that many young people aren't receiving the sex education they need and deserve, just like me when I was in school. So I encourage you to reflect on the sex education you may have received in school and not to be afraid to research the topics you would like to learn more about.